Good day guys, being here. Today let's model this. So this will be the final result. It's not perfect, but just to give you some ideas about. So it will be, because all these panels can be adjusted, so you can change the angle, and also let me just try. So you can change the number. So for example, 20, I think. So you can change this number, and also the size of these panels will change accordingly. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is one of that. So actually, I'm going to just have it here. So I'll have this one open because I might forget how to model it. Okay, so I'll just leave it here, and I'm going to start with a new. So this is an adaptive family. So new family, generic model, adaptive. Okay, so first let's have a look at this one. So it seems I start from, okay, so this center reference plan, and start with two adaptive points, and then connect them, place a point, offset this point, and finally place another adaptive point. So to create that curve, create a surface and cut it with a void. Okay, so, or maybe two voids. Okay, so let's start. So first, go to floor plan. So I'm going to just place a point maybe here. Okay, so make it adaptive, and I'm going to mirror and pick this. So we have another one, counter mirror element. Oh, what's this? Interesting. Anyway, if doesn't work, that's fine. I'm going to just copy it. Okay, doesn't really matter. So and actually, maybe I'll just I'll move them away from this reference plane because I don't want to use them. Okay, so now select these two adaptive points and create a spline and make it reference line, and then place a point, draw on face, and place it on this midpoint. So let's go to 3D view. So we're going to do it in 3D view. Okay, so now we have these two adaptive points, and this point is on this midpoint of this reference line. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the reference plane. Okay, so now, and also uncheck this one, show normal reference plans. So now we can see all the reference plane. So what we're going to do is we're going to place some points onto the horizontal, so which is this one, work plane of this point. So point, draw on work plane, set work plane. So tab, pick, place. Okay, so okay, select this point, move it. Oh, actually we can move it down, so this offset will be positive, and we just need to rotate this point 180 degrees, so it will go up. So let's have a look at this one. So we have 1, 2, 3 points. Okay, so let's continue. So we have 1, and we need another 2. So make sure you pick the horizontal work plane, place it on a point, okay, and then select this point, drag it up. So place another one, set work plane, place it on the point, okay, select this point, go up. So now we need to create 3 parameters. Okay, so I'll just call this one h1 h1 instance, and OK, and OK, and this one will be h2, so instance, and OK, and OK. So actually I want the h1 to go to the top. Okay, so and then h2 will be in the middle, and then so this one will be h3. Okay, so now we have 3 points. And then what let's have a look at this one again. So from this point we offset, create another 2 here, and from this point another 2. So from, I think yeah, so should be this one. From this point will be the top. So that's all good. So now let's have a look. So actually I'm going to drag this point and make them closer. Okay, so now the first one will be here, so I'll just drag it down a little bit, and we will need 2 points, one roughly here and another one here. So points, draw work plan, set work plan, pick the work plan. So tab this one, pick this work plan, okay, and then place it onto the point. So and then we can move this point to here, so roughly wider than this. Okay, so now we need another point. So and actually you can also do this. Okay, so select this point and turn on the reference plane, so it's easier to place when you try to place another point. You need to use tab. You can directly pick this work plane, place on the point, and this one drag it on the other direction. So now let's place these 2, and then we're going to create some parameters. Okay, so here and another one here. So now select this point. We're going to create, let's call it W. Okay, so W1 instance, OK, and OK. So this one will be negative. So we're going to call it W1 negative instance, and OK, and OK. So this one will be W2. So go here, W2 instance, OK, and OK. This one will be negative W2. So W2 negative instance, and OK, and OK. So now go to family types. So W1 negative equals W1. W2 negative equals W2. So apply. What's this one? Oh, sorry. Negative, negative, and negative. And click OK. So now you will see if I move this point, so this point will also move. Okay, and I think this is it. So now we need to create this spline. So this point from here, this spline from this point go up and down here. So usually if I do it directly, I don't think we can create it. We can create a spline, but this is random, and we can't control we can't control how this spline go from which point, from first point or second point. So what we need to do is, we need to move them back. So we need to move them back and move them close to, try to move this point close to this one, and then let's just move this down as well, and move this point close to this one. Okay, so if you do it this way, so you should be able to. So now I think this should work. So let's try it. So create a spline. See, now Revit understand that we need a spline like this, and then we can just change it to a reference line, and then we can move them back. Okay, so move them back, and then this go up a little bit, and then adjust this one, and this maybe come down a little bit, adjust this, something like this. And yeah, the shape, it's not, we still need to adjust this. So maybe this need to go up a little bit, maybe this need to go up, maybe this need to go up, maybe yeah, you can always try to create a perfect shape you like. So just remember, when you adjust this point, only adjust on this red direction, maybe that's X, or and when you adjust this one, only on this direction, vertical. So I think it looks okay. So so now what we need to do is we need to control the shape, because if we don't have any parameter and any formula, so when we place this one, so when we place adaptive point, so imagine you have a point here, and if we place another one here, so you will see the shape will change. So what we need to do is we need to create a reporting parameter to report the distance between point 1 and point 2, and try to use this reporting parameter to control all these parameters here. So let's do it. So first we need to do a dimension. So set work plan onto this reference line DI, and pick these two adaptive points. So now we can select this dimension. So let me just change the scale so we can see the dimension. So now select this dimension and create a reporting. I'm going to just call it RP reporting parameter. Instance OK. So now we need to go to family types. So we need to figure out the rough scale between this dimension and all this current dimension, because we want to keep the shape of this one. All right. So let me just bring out this calculator. So we have this dimension. So actually, to make it easier, let's just 48. So let's make it 4800. So here, so for first H1, 4800. So how about make it 5 meter? So this is roughly 2 times. So I'm going to just go here and reporting times to maybe 2.1. Okay, so yeah, close enough. 2.2. Yeah, I think that's close enough. So H2 equals, I think that's RP times 1.1 and maybe 1.2, and yeah, just continue. So this one will be half RP times 0.6 maybe, yeah, 0.5. So this one will be RP. Okay, so this one maybe, oh hang on, so this is RP. This will be P times 0.8, maybe 7. Yep, close enough. And the last one, W2, how about 0.6? Yeah. So now if I click OK, and you will say if I adjust, move the point 2, so you will see the shape will stay exactly the same, only the scale. Okay, so it will change the scale. So now this is all the points we need, and the next step is we need to create the face. So because if you look at this, So this it's a curved surface, right? So it's curved surface, and same curved. It's all curved, and we need to create this surface. We need one path and one profile. Okay, so the path will be, I think, I need to have a look at this one. Oh, hang on, what's going on? Yep. So see this one. So this is the path of this. So I think let me. Okay, so I think I need to figure out. Oh, see this one. We need extra point. So once we have this point, we already have this point, right? So so this point, it looks like a point offset from this one, and then we need another one. So this is the point, the third adaptive point. Okay, so now let's go back. So we need to create a point offset from this one. Okay, so point, draw on world plan, set world plan, pick. So this time pick this one. Okay, so pick this one and place it on here and click OK. So now we need to create a new parameter. So let's just drag it a little to here. And then we need to create this one. So let's call it offset maybe. OFS and the instance and OK and OK. So now we also need to create a formula. So offset roughly RP times 0.215. Yep, close enough. So click OK. So now this offset will also change according to this reporting parameter. So okay, so we have this point, we have this one, and then we just need to another adaptive point, because when we place this panel, this family, so we're going to place it onto a circle, some nodes on a circular shape divided path. Okay, so I'm going to just I'm going to go to floor plan. I just for this one, I'm just copy this one roughly to here. Doesn't really matter to you don't need to align this, but roughly here. Okay, so and now we have this point. Maybe I'll just move this closer to here. Okay, that's better. So now select this point, and also select this top. So create a spline and make a reference line. So now we have this path, and then for the profile, I think let me have a look. So we can use this one. So this point, and this point. So we have all these 3 points. So 1, 2, and 3, and create a spline, make a reference line. So now we can select this point. Oh, sorry, select this reference line, and also control select this one. Okay, so we can use these 2 reference line to create a form. Okay, so it seems something's not right. Interesting. Maybe not this one. Yeah, why? Let's try. So if I'll see if I can if I align this point to the center. Okay, so to the center of these 2 adaptive points. So see, maybe it will work and create a form. Yes. So it looks like we have to place this adaptive point in the center. Otherwise, we won't be able to create this form. Okay, so now we have this solid surface, and then we just need to cut all these edge. Okay, so to do this, we need some more points. So if you look at this one, so I I have this point, and also I have some more. So okay, so let's do it. So the reason why I offset a little bit more, so to make sure cut all the edge, because sometimes when you use this point and you might have some issue when you create a void, and Revit might tell you, it won't work, you can't do that. So always try to cut a little bit more. Okay, so first I'm going to place a point here. So, or you can just place a point on this point. So let's do it. So I'll just draw a point, draw a work plane, set work plane, and pick this horizontal work plane over this point and place it onto it. And then I'm going to just drag this point up our top in 1 meter should be enough. Okay, so 1 meter should be enough. And then I'm going to offset this another 2 points from this point. So tab and place it onto this one, and you go to here. So it just needs to be slightly more than this one. So which means this one should be W3, I think. Is it W3? W2 or W1 maybe. Oh yeah, that's W1. So okay, so we can do this. So I'll just create another one. So W3 instance, and I'm going to just give it a parameter. So as long as W1 plus maybe 500 should be enough. It's always 500 wider than this point. So okay, so now we can just place another one here, and this time go the other direction. So this one would be W3 negative instance, okay, and okay. So now we can W3 negative equals negative W3. Okay, so now we have this point, we need more, another point here, or hang on, let me think, probably a little bit lower is better, I think. So maybe we can place a point from here, so offset to here and then offset to here. Okay, so let's do it. So point draw on work plane set. This time pick the horizontal work plane with this adaptive point 2 and place it onto the adaptive point 2 and drag, trying to select this point, drag it down. So I'll just type in 500 and it should be okay. We don't need, because this point will always be there, we don't need to give it a parameter in the formula. So now I'm going to place another point onto this point and offset to this direction. I think this one need to be a formula. It seems it's a little bit too much, but I think it's better. Let's better do it. Okay, so let's just call it W4. Okay, so W4 instance, and okay, and it will be W1 minus W2 plus 500. So how about that? So let's do it. So W1 minus W2 plus 500. Okay, so I think maybe how about plus 1 meter. So make sure it's wider than that. So Oh, good. Let's do another one. Draw on work plane, place it on the adaptive point. Select this point, drag it down, negative 500, and place another point. Draw on work plane, set work plane. Pick this work plane and place it on the point. Drag it the other direction. Okay, so W4 negative instance and OK. And OK, and go to family types. W4 negative equals negative W4. Okay, so now we have all these points. So now we need to connect them. Okay, so from this one to this one, spline and reference line. This one to this one, spline and the reference line. This one to this one, spline and the reference line. And this one to this one, spline, reference line. This one, spline, reference line. And this one to this one, spline, and the reference line. And adaptive point 1 to this point, spline and reference line. So now we need to select all these reference line and together with this one, I believe, Control Select, and try to create a void form. Pick the one on the left, and we give it a depth on the other direction. So make sure you cut everything. And that's it. So this is one of that shape. Okay. So now let's. The next step is we need to. So actually, let's have a test. So this one, this is the one on the midpoint. So we have this rotation and good. Let's have a try and see if so. Yeah, it works. So 221. Oops, doesn't work. It seems okay. So I think the issue we have is because we create. So if you look at this point, you create this one on this adaptive point, and now these spline. Oh, sorry. These reference lines are no longer in one plane. We won't be able to create an extrusion using them. So I think we need to instead of this point, this point, this point, this point, instead of place onto this adaptive point, we need to place it onto this point, work plane of this point. So when we rotate it, all these reference lines stay on one plane. So okay, so let me just go Control Z and Control Z. So I'm going to, let me think. So maybe we can just use this one. So I'll delete this one. Let me just delete the void and delete this point. So I'm going to just directly create. So maybe I'll just delete this one as well because it's easier to do it again. Okay, so set work plane. So this time, instead of place onto adaptive point, place on here. Okay, so horizontal work plane of this point, and place a point, and click OK. Select this point, drag this down. Okay, so maybe negative 500 is enough. And we're going to use this one. I think it's W3. So we're going to place a point, draw on work plane, set work plane onto tab onto this work plane, and offset it by W3. So I don't think we need W4 anymore. So we can just delete it. Okay, so this one will be negative W3. WC negative. So I think, so now we have this one. Yeah, I think that's good. We can connect these 2 points directly. So yeah, I think it will work. So select this point in this one, spline and reference line, this point and the spline and reference line. This point to adaptive point 2, spline and reference point or reference line. This point to this point, spline and reference line. So now we can select all these reference line together with, so control select this and create a void and pick the one on the left, type, and that's it. So now let's try if I change, oh sorry, wrong one. If I select this point and change the rotation angle, okay, to 1, oh sorry, to 10. Yeah, so you will see. So all these points are on the same plane, which means we can create a void extrusion to cut this. Okay, all good. And because we don't need W4, so let's just delete it. Okay. Okay, so that's it. So let's create a new conceptual mass and try to place this. So okay, so let's go to floor plan. So I'm going to just draw a reference line circle, and I'm not sure about the size, maybe this. Okay, and then select this and use divide path and type in a number. So here, I'm not sure, 14, 15, maybe 15. And I go back to this and load into which one? Family 2. Okay, so load this one into family 2. And okay, so now, so you'll see you can place 1 and 2 and go back here 3. So let's go to 3D view. Oh, I don't think that is correct. Something's not right. Let's go back. So go have a look. So point 1. So if I move point 1, yeah, I think it worked. Oh, hang on. Maybe it's point 3. Is this point 3 working? Yeah, I think it works, but not quite sure. Let's try again. Okay, so maybe I'll change this. Hang on, let me just go edit and create a rotation angle parameter. I'll just call it A instance and OK. And OK, and for now I want to change it to 180 degree. Okay, so and point 3, maybe we need to increase this offset, but if I move this point back, should be good. Yeah, and load this back into family 2, overwrite. Okay, so let's have a look. So why this is happening? CS create similar. Oh, we can't use create similar, so maybe just go back, create 1 point. This is not right. Let's have a look. Point 1. Hang on. Maybe let's have a look at this one. So go here. Yeah, I think it's the same. Why it doesn't work? Okay, maybe I'll just pause and figure out what's happening here. Okay, I've worked it out. So the reason why this is happening is because when I try to create a reporting parameter, so I forgot to check this box. Okay, so once we check this box and then load this back into here, and so you will see it will automatically match the size, but the shape of this it's not quite right. So I'm not quite sure, but I find that if you change the size of this family to roughly match the size of this one, so which is, let me just roughly, so 30 meter wide. So this is only 3 meter. So let's do that. If I move this one, so for example, move it to a 10 meter in this direction and 10 meter in the other direction, and let's just delete this one and I'll create another surface and use the cut surface void and load this back into this conceptual mask, and it will actually, so you see, roughly match. Okay, so this looks better. And also see here, it seems the void is not deep enough. Okay, so let's fix it. Go back here, select this solid, and then we can select this void. We just need to increase this one. So for example, I'll just type not 90 meter, sorry, 9 meter and 9 meter. So make sure, so it cut the solid. All good. Load this back, overwrite, and yeah, that's better. So now if we select this and click on repeat, it will, yep, all good. So let's try if we increase the number, this one, so from 15. So actually, if I use 14, you will see there's no gap, and try 16. Yeah, so looks like we need 24. Yeah, that's good. What's this one? Not sure what that is. But yeah, what you can do is, so probably we can just adjust this size to roughly. So for example, I'll just move this back by 5 meter. Let's just delete that one and move this 5 meter as well. So, and I'll just, so you will see when we try to adjust the size, there's something, it's not right. So because we have this profile of, we have this path stop here, but it will go there, so which is not right. Let's just delete it, create another one. Oh, something's not right. Try again. Doesn't work. I think it's probably not in the center. Looks like when we move, that's okay. So let's go to 3D view, go to the top. Let's try to align this along this point. I think if we move along this point with this point, so align point, it should work. Okay, so now let's create this solid again. Yeah, and then we can cut this with the void, load this back into here. So now you will see it's fixed. So if those things appear, so just try to go back to your family and adjust the size to roughly match the size in this conceptual mask, and it will fix it. Okay, so now let's have a play. So if I create one, so for example, 1, 2, and 3, and then we can maybe change this one about maybe 230, yeah, even more, 270, oh, 260, yeah, maybe about 250. Okay, so let's place another one. Okay, so maybe another one, 1, 2, and 3, and this one's more vertical, and maybe we can place another one here. So 1, 2, and 3, and maybe adjust this one, maybe 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so if we select these 3, repeat, that's quite nice, right? And yeah, I think that's enough for today. So if you have any question, please let me know. I'll see you next time. Thank you. I will upload this one for you. Thank you.